Hi everyone, Esther L. Jones here, and I am visiting with my son. His name is TJ. He runs Vertical Journey Martial Arts in Hewitt, Texas, but he's also a percussionist. And so I brought my newest oud to him for him to try it out. So first of all, would you tell us your responses to this oud drum whenever you first got it?
So, to be entirely honest, I didn't have any experience with oud drums at all. However, I thought they were pretty interesting. I saw, I'm just going to call her Mom because she's my mom, okay? So I saw Mom's video about her first oud drum, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but it didn't seem to have a lot of versatility, which for me is a little bit, I prefer acoustic drums. I know that there are a lot of electronic drummers out there now, but I love the versatility of an acoustic drum, particularly traditional style drums such as the djembe, which is one of my particular favorites, because each instrument is a little bit different, and each player plays that instrument in their own way, and I just love that about the more natural, I guess, drums. And so I was like, okay, well, that's kind of cool, but it didn't really seem to have a lot of versatility. So then Mom brought this today, and I was really excited to try it because I would like trying new drums, because like I drum on pots at the mall. Like, this is a problem. My wife has to stop me. Okay, but I was excited to give it a try, and so she brought it out, and at first I was a little bit surprised, actually, because I couldn't quite get the sounds that I was expecting out of it. But the more I realized that I couldn't get the sounds I was expecting, the more I realized that it had so much versatility, because I was expecting it to be simpler than it was. And so now I'm just having a blast experimenting with all the different sounds that you can make with this thing. And Mom and I have discussed a lot of different things about the way she made it and why she made it the way she did, and I'm sure that she can tell you more about that. But I wanted to maybe demonstrate a little bit, if that's okay, of what I can do, having had, what, like 15 minutes of playtime
Right.
on this thing, like not much, right? And I'm not a professional level drummer, guys, so don't shoot me in the comments here. Or do, that's fine. It's not my video, so I don't care. Okay, so the first thing that I tried was just like kind of putting my palm flat over this surface here, and you kind of get some tone there, but it's more of a slap or a pop. And I was like, okay, well, what happens if I just hit the outside? And that's kind of a neat little, it's a real high, kind of a pingy tone, but it doesn't have a lot of sustain. We'll actually move the camera maybe closer here in just a minute.
Yeah,
so you
we'll
can
move
hear
the
it better.
camera closer in just a minute so you can get a better idea of the sound.
Yeah, because it's really, really cool. So then I was just kind of messing around with it, and I found that this little place, I like to call it the meat handle because I'm a martial artist and we grab that a lot, but that's neither here nor there. But this kind of meaty portion where the muscle of your thumb is, for my hand, fit really nicely in, what do you call this, the sound hole? I'm sorry, I don't know
Sure,
the terminology.
we'll call it
for
the sound
We're
hole.
going to call it the sound hole. Okay, sound hole it is. Okay, so it fit really nicely over that. And so then I found out that I could kind of make these little, like, doo-wop sort of sound.
That's a good description of it.
And we're not referring to the cool 70s music. It's just the sound. Okay. Anyway, so then I was like, okay, well, what happens if I cover the hole? So you get this real dead sound, which is really hard to hear probably through the camera. If I had like a really high quality mic, we could maybe do something with that. But you can't. It's just like this kind of a thud. And then I would like open it up a little bit. And then here's where the things really started to get interesting, because I found out that by changing the position of my hand, I can adjust the pitch. The first thing I tried here was what you would do with maybe a doumbek, okay, where you take your hand and you actually kind of make a cone shape, and you stick it in the end. Well, the shape here on a doumbek, it's a cone. It's almost like a rocket nozzle. That's what it looks like. But for this, because of the way it flares differently. It flares out toward the inside rather than out toward the outside. I'm sure there's a word for that. Oh well. Anyway, so this it doesn't give you the same effect. So usually you can make kind of that doo-wop sound with the doumbek by doing this. But then I found out you can change the tone, the pitch, by uncovering different amounts. And then you can get a really nice little, let's see if I can get it to do it. Well, now I've lost it on that side because I've been practicing on the other side now.
Yeah.
So that brings up an interesting point. As I was playing around with it, I'm right-handed, and so most of my low rhythms I play with my right hand when I'm doing fast rhythms, but then I'll switch and I'll do left-hand low rhythms so that I can do the faster stuff with my right hand. But what I was struggling with is that I couldn't, I don't know, it just wasn't giving me the sustain, I guess, I was looking for. So then I pull up a YouTube video and I'm watching this guy, and he's just taking his hand, he's just like popping it on there. And you can hear a little bit of that sustain there, but there's not a lot. And I was just listening to this guy, and he was playing this one, and it was a very simple udu, right? Sorry, udu. I almost called it doumbek on accident. But it was very simple, but he had just amazing amounts of sustain. I was like, how is he getting that? So then I started playing with it and trying to like cut this hand on it. Well, then I flipped it around. And at this point, this is when Mom told me, hey, by the way, I made it so you could put your left hand on that side. Would have been nice to know. Anyway, but, so then I realized that my hand actually fits a lot better. So now, listen to this, if I can make it happen again. There's much more sustain with that side, which is super, super cool. So I started playing with that, with having more sustain. And then, I found this out. By taking two fingers, for me it's two fingers, if I put them right here, I can adjust the pitch here, and by covering different amounts of the throat. We'll call it the throat, that makes sense.
That's good.
But then I found out if I go too far, it doesn't really do anything if there's air gap on both sides. It's like the air has to be pushed down and circulate and go back out on the same side for some reason. And then I can pitch it up by just covering part of the hole. Anyway, so it's really, really cool, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. So Mom has some other cool things that she made along with this, or was it in a different firing?
Nope, same one.
So same firing, she made some other instruments. And so I thought it'd be kind of cool, Mom, if you would maybe show them yours.
Yes.
And then I'll play this, and you can maybe play with some of yours.
Right.
And that'd be really neat.
And we'll bring the camera closer so that the mic will pick up all the different nuances that he just talked about that maybe you heard and maybe you didn't. So let me show you. I have two shakers that I created with clay to play along with the udu. Of course, if I'm playing the udu, somebody else has to play the shakers, right? These are completely made out of clay. Let me bring that one closer. All right, and these are just little pieces of rolled clay and a clay handle, and then those shakers are tied on. And you get a nice sound from that. And then I made an envelope of clay with some clay beads in it. And you get a nice acoustic sound for shaking. All right, I'm going to bring the camera closer, and you probably won't be able to see our faces, and that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, awesome.
I want to get this really close so you can hear all these wonderful sounds.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna be a little weird here. I'm gonna flip it back around because I practiced more with the rhythms with my right hand. So I may flip it back around here in a minute if I get frustrated with myself. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Awesome. I'm gonna move your camera back just a little bit because I want to see you doing the shakers too.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Okay. Whoa, not that. Almost threw it. Don't do that. Okay.
I'll edit
Excellent.
that out.
All right. So I'm just gonna start off with kind of a slower rhythm here, and then you can throw in the shaker, and we'll play along here. I hope you guys enjoy this. All right.
fun. Oh, I'm gonna have to make sure my knots are good on here.
Oh, we're losing them?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
One of them, I don't know if that came loose or if one of the holes broke open. There's two of them. There's one of them.
Yeah, it looks like the hole broke open a little bit. That one was like super thin though.
Oh, so it's only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the one.
Yep,
but,
yep.
you know, the thinness of them, though, is what gives them that lovely little tinkly sound. So I'm wondering if maybe just maybe put knots in between them or something so they don't snap against each other.
Yep.
Anyway, so this is a super cool instrument, and I am really, really excited to learn more about it. Yeah, that's I've had a good time playing with it and enjoying it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the rhythm there. I know it wasn't like, you know, professional quality or whatever, but at least it was fun and something different. Thanks
for demonstrating it, TJ, because you know what kind of a percussionist I am, and so it was really helpful to have that demonstrate. I can't wait to upload this and let you guys see. Anyway, Esther L. Jones here, making sure that you see the music, hear the colors, and awaken the wonder in your heart. Bye.